Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion, which will appear in two separate playlists here on the channel. Number one being the poetry discussion playlist. Number two being the Walt Whitman playlist. The poem in question today is Come Up from the Field's Father. It reads as such. Come up from the fields, Father, here's a letter from our Pete. And come to the front door, mother, here's a letter from thy son. Lo, 'tis autumn. Lo, where the trees, deeper green, yellower, and redder, cool and sweeten Ohio's villages with leaves fluttering in the moderate wind, where apples ripe in the orchards hang and grapes on the trellised vines. Smell you the smell of the grapes on the vines? Smell you the buckwheat where the bees were lately buzzing? Above all, lo, the sky so calm, so transparent after the rain, and with wondrous clouds. Below, too, all calm, all vital and beautiful, and the farm prospers well. Down in the fields, all prospers well. But now from the fields come, Father, at the daughter's call, and come to the entry, mother, to the front door, come right away. Fast as she can, she hurries, something ominous, her steps trembling. She does not tarry to smooth her hair nor adjust her cap. Open the envelope quickly. Oh, this is not our son's writing, yet his name is signed. Oh, strange hand writes for our dear son, oh, stricken mother's soul. All swims before her eyes, flashes with black. She catches the main words only. Sentences broken. Gunshot wound in the breast, cavalry skirmish taken to the hospital. At present low, but will soon be better. Ah, now the single figure to me, amid all teeming and wealthy Ohio with all its cities and farms, sickly white in the face and dull in the head, very faint by the jamb of a door leans. Grieve not so, dear mother. The just grown daughter speaks through her sobs. The little sisters huddle around, speechless and dismayed. See, dearest mother, the letter says Pete will soon be better. Alas, poor boy, he will never be better, nor maybe needs to be better. That brave and simple soul. While all stand at home at the door, he is dead already. The only son is dead. But the mother needs to be better. She, with thin form, presently dressed in black, by her meals untouched, then at night fitfully sleeping, often waking, in the midnight waking, weeping, longing with one deep longing. Oh, that she might withdraw unnoticed, silent from life, escape and withdraw, to follow, to seek, to be with her dear dead son. I have, since the first time I read them, I have loved the trench poets because there is something standoffish in their poetry. There's something which is confrontational there. This poem is very much in that same vein. And in fact, at the beginning, it's so calm, so picturesque, so beautiful. You almost think that it's a Robert Frost poem. You almost think that you're reading from some Hallmark card with a picture, a pretty picture of a farm on the front. But it is not that poem. We have a letter arriving at the family's house that the son, the only son, off to war, the Civil War, no doubt, has been injured, gunshot wound to the chest. It's fine, though. He'll be better. He'll be better soon, in fact. Much better. Except that by the time the letter reaches them, again, this is not an email. This isn't a tweet getting sent out. This is a letter carried by horse and buggy. By the time the letter reaches them, the son is already dead. And we get a little bit of a preview of that, though, don't we? If we really pay attention to what we're reading. Oh, it's too far. Lo, 'tis autumn. It's the fall. Autumn is death. We are told right here in the poem, so early in the poem, we are only a couple lines in. This is one line. This is one line. The line breaks are a little bit different because I have to copy and paste this in a way that it would be readable on screen, but he's already dead. This is the only son. And look, the autumn, the mention of autumn here, it's troubling in two ways. Obviously, we know the son is dead, right? We have this foreshadowing of the death of the son. He's not coming back. He's not getting better. He's already gone. But also, where are we at here? Where apples ripe in the orchards hang and grapes on trellised vines. You know how much work there is to be done? And that work will never be done again. So much work to be done. The only son is dead. Where, oh where, will they get the labor in order to keep going? Well, the daughters will have to work. The daughters will have to be out in the fields, right? They were going to have to anyway because the son was off to war. Obviously, on a farm, everybody pulls their weight anyhow, but now that labor that we thought was coming back, it's gone. There's no one to pass on the family name. It's gone. Everything that this family had sort of banked on is gone. And we have at the end here, in the midnight waking, weeping, longing with one deep longing, oh, that she might withdraw unnoticed, silent from life, escape, and withdraw, to follow, to seek, to be with her dear dead son. That is what becomes of mother. Knowing she loves her child, she has invested her life in her children, and one of them is just plucked out of rotation. The tone of this poem is not one of victory. The tone of this poem is not one of rejoice. The tone of this poem is not one of we've got to fight this war and do the right thing. All war all the time sucks. We have a poet here whose entire legacy is about America, whose entire legacy is basically creating from whole cloth the American voice in poetry. We have this poet saying, hey, guys, I know this whole war, rah thing is the cool thing to do, is the cool thing to say, is the politically correct thing to say. It ain't right. This is going to be very bad. This is going to be very bad on a daily basis for thousands of people. It's going to be very bad overall for everyone on a daily occurrence. This is not to say that the reasons for war were not justified. That's not what Whitman is communicating at all. What Whitman is communicating is simply This stuff does not go well for anyone, and not just in generations forward. But here we have consequences for generations past. This son, old enough to go and fight in war, doesn't necessarily mean that he was 18, but, probably approaching. So we're talking about parents in their 30s, probably, almost undoubtedly, right? In their 30s. 1860s, being in your 30s, you were the older generation. Being in your 40s, you were in the older generation. So we have generations past paying the toils for wars that the young men are sent to fight in. We have here from Walt Whitman a reminder that no one gets out unscathed. That is all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. There is poetry on the channel every Monday. I'm currently going through Ernest Hemingway's short stories. We're currently reading through Carrie. We're currently reading through The Great Gatsby. So there is plenty of stuff to be had, and I hope to have you back for the rest of it.